Welcome in, everyone. My name's Tyrant King. Today we're going to be bringing you Foundry. This is a new game, currently in alpha. We're going to check it out. So we're going to start a new game. It's a little bit like Satisfactory, kind of mixed with Minecraft-ish stuff. It's pretty fun. Hopefully we can get a good chunk. We really want this stuff and the blue stuff. Pretty much right off the bat. If we don't get that, we'll probably just re-roll until we do. Well, looks like this might take a little while, so I'll be back in a second. So, the first thing we have to do is we need some xenoferrite, which is the brown stuff, and some technum, which is the blue stuff. We're also going to need about 300 biomass. We have biomass, we just have to mine some trees. So I'm either going to skip this part or we'll speed it up. Alright, we've managed to gather up our 300 biofuel. That's what we should need to start. Let's gather up our ores here. Did a little landscaping on this node, just to make things easier here in a few minutes. Please give us a random amount of whatever ore there is, but the ore is still here for our miners. We'll see that here in a minute. So we'll get some more of that blue stuff and drop a map marker also. That's probably a good idea. Purple. This will give us all our starting ore. At least for a second. And now we need a couple of furnaces real quick. Wait for those to craft down at the bottom left. Drag those over here. Figure this, what is this? Technium rods. Throw in our biomass. And do the same thing over here. And look at that, we have tier 1 tech. Ready to go. Now we'll let those smelt for a little bit. And I will be right back. Alright. Once this hits 40, we'll have completed our little tutorial quest thing. We will soon be automating all of this, so it won't matter too much. Now we need 20 of those. I think that's 25. Okay though. So these are foundations. Foundations are weird in this game. So there's two types of power. There's low voltage power, which these act as power poles too. Or there's high voltage power, which we will be getting into also. And those need power poles and all kind of neat things. We're going to build a little platform here. In this indistinct shape. I'm going to reload this. I'm going to go check our other one over here. We're going to have some terraforming to do, it seems, but that's alright. Let's grab those rods. Build our first drone miner. And build our first generator. And there we go, we have automated mining. These little drone guys will just pop out. They can hold a maximum of like 4 ores, I think. So 16 total every time. These are input-output slots, which will come in handy later. Grab those up. Essentially, we're going to want to do the same thing on this side. But I want everything to be kind of level. And we'll do this. We're going to need another generator. Go ahead and do that there. Just to make it flush. Then we'll do that there. These will start gathering for us. Go ahead and make our first smelter. I think we're going to have our smelting area over here someplace. But in order to do so, we're going to need quite a bit of foundational pieces. Just let that do its thing, and I'll be right back. Alright, we're back here. We've got some foundational pieces built. So we're just going to drag this. Gives us 18 spaces. Times. Guess we'll go 13. Alright, so we just have to fill this in. You can hit L for a flashlight. Handy tip, guys, handy tip. I got lost in a cave my first time. Good stuff. Right, so we're going to fill this little space in here. We need to actually, there's one other thing that we need to do. So all of these, since they transfer power, have to be touching in some way. And once they are, then both of my generators will become connected on the grid stats panel. Right now we only have one biomass generator, but we have that other small factory going over there. We're going to connect those two up. That's our next goal currently. So I'll be back when that's done. Alright, so now that that's done, we've got a smelter up here. It's got no power because there's nothing connecting any of this foundation to a power grid yet. So we're going to fix that. Essentially, we're just going to do this here. We're kind of doing this backwards. We do need to get another smelter in ASAP. The plates are probably more important to have automated first. Smelters can hold a stack of 200, whereas these can only hold a stack of 100. And with every trip, we only get like 50. Grab more foundation. We need this thing to be powered first. It can connect on the side and on the top and bottom, which is important here. Now we have our smelter up and running. Sort of up and running. I think this is rods. Our other smelter will go here. So now we just need to build our other smelter. And then we're going to have to connect this to our other power generation over here. Want this guy to be about here probably, yep. And this boy's going to be the plates for us. 10 more should do it. Of course, we would need one more. That makes sense. Don't have enough rods, so we'll run back over here. This is almost out. And boom. This is not even close to being out. We go to grid stats. We now have 2 biomass generators because both of these are connected. Now we can start automating our smelting process. In order to do that, we need more mats. Unfortunately. Take those, throw that in there, grab these. What do we have left? No more ores. Alright, cool. Take those, restock, take these. It's a little bit of ore. We'll make all the things. Where's our loaders? They usually configure themselves, but you can always right-click to select output or input. They have to go into a building, and then if they're output, they will go onto a belt, and then the belt will then feed whatever's the input. Conveyors are pretty weird in this game, as they only go one direction. And then anytime that there's a curve, it should automatically curve. It's kind of wonky though. There we go. We have a conveyor now, at least. Alright, so now that we've automated our smelter, add more biomass. This thing's smelting. Fabulous. Now we're going to do the same thing over here. Change this to output. Uh-oh. What is that? Alright. Alright. That's not gonna work. No conveyor. No foundation. Oh. There we go. We need more of the thing. Throw that in there. We'll take those. Make a couple base parts. That's not even what we needed to make. In case of that happening, you can go right-click the crafting queue. And we should have an automated source going for everything now. Well, now we can destroy this. Send that up in there. We can grab those things. Grab some more of these, and we'll fill out this area. Our next goal is a research lab. We need a pretty big area in order to lay it down, so we're going to do some little bit of mining. Stone and sand and dirt and stuff aren't really useful right now. They are worth it to keep. So what I'll end up doing is I'll craft a storage chest just to dump stone and sand. Probably throw our first research lab here. Come over there, hit our little output buttons. Take their inventories. Wait for that to craft. Alright. So these are our loaders back here, to where we can essentially load this thing with science packs. I haven't really done any of that yet, but that's probably what we're going to end up doing. These, we're going to have to handcraft most of this stuff in order to unlock this. What do we have? We have 98 of the thing. I think we need 100 wire. This makes 2 apiece, so we need to craft 50. Probably enough. This hasn't started to run out yet, which is good. So once we finish this first research lab, we'll unlock high voltage power. We can actually start really building out the factory. This is having a bit of a time keeping up, but technium rods aren't as important. Gonna have about 100 of that wire. We'll go drop that off, which is also going to drop off all of our plates. We need about 400 plates. This could take a little bit. We will be back when that is finished. Alright, and we're back. We can now finish the construction of our beautiful, beautiful little place here, which will unlock power. High voltage energy and science packs. This is our research lab. We're going to set up some sort of facility around the back here to assemble science packs and put them in here. But I think we're going to leave that for our next episode. We're going to set up a second miner here somewhere, connect this up, so that we have a steady stream, like we do over here. And we'll set up some power generation, I think. So until next time, guys, this has been Tyrant King, and this is Foundry.